to Anchor Point, the perfect place to relax and resupply.
Docking complete. It's so satisfying seeing the hatches line up.
Detecting decrease in regulation density. Affinity for anchor point increased.
This here is a humble little ship services desk. What can I do for you? You betcha. See you.
We should evacuate. The spacers could already be on their way.
Hell no. Why not send one of your people?
To attack a spacer stronghold head on? No way I would get that over.
It's one thing, do
One of the patrons.
You new around here? Well, don't break anything. Place is barely holding together as it is. You want safe? Get a place in New Atlantis. Of course, you'll have to live under the boot. Ain't a trade I'd make, but that's me. Name's Maddie. I keep the place running. Always had a knack for machines. Good thing, too. If it wasn't for me, everyone would have been sucked out into space because we lost a wall. Hell yeah, they are. I'd ask for a raise. But trying to get even one credit out of that skinflint Rishi is damn near impossible. He's got his fist clenched around his credits, tighter than a restrictor clamp on a busted sewage line. Anyway, the workshop's my quarters. But you can use the equipment, if you want. Just don't mess with my stuff. Unless, of course, you get in my good graces by doing a little job for me. That's right. Tiger here's in need of some upgrades. Thing is, I don't have the parts. Now, the parts I'm talking about ain't your standard items. I want the cutting-edge stuff. Prototypes. Parts that ain't even on the market yet. Well, ain't you smart? How about I quit wasting both of our time and just level with you? I get reports from time to time about shipments of these prototype robot parts. I give you the info, and you go pay a visit to whatever cargo ship is making the delivery. You bring the parts back to me, and I pay you for them. Good. Now listen up. The parts are small, but valuable, so they'll likely be stowed in the captain's locker. That means boarding the ship and dealing with whoever's inside. If you blow the damn thing up and bring me back damaged parts, I ain't paying as much for them. I'll send along the latest tracking info and let you do your thing. It ain't like I've got a steady truth is. We do get trade, but you can bet that if there's a way to make... Yeah, I was done talking to you anyway.
If you're looking for work, I need someone to do a job for me. Preferably someone that isn't burdened by morality. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm looking for someone that is willing to kill people. People that may or may not deserve it. For money. No questions asked. Are you that special someone? Move on, then.
Sure, this place ain't fancy, but if whatever you're selling, I ain't buying. I've been in worse dives, but not many. Hey there, what do you need? Oh, what would that be?
Indeed it is. Here, it's right this way. Follow me. Now that you know this is here, feel free to come and go at any time.
While I'm sure all of us would love to walk into the Terran's base of operations, we have no idea where it is. Unless you know something like that. Please.
If... Listen to me, fat cat. I'm not saying we run around where we can't just...
Lowering strength.
If you're overloaded,
variable.
we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
That thing with you, it's...
It appears we're finally face to face with our Terran and killing friend.
It appears he... Missed.
For good reasons, I'm sure. Come on. We have a lot to talk about.
So you're the one who investigated the opulence of the stars? Impressive. The Terrans don't seem to be known for their survivors. Though it may be important for us to discuss the Terran machine with you before anything else. And hopefully to our cause. Well, since it doesn't seem to be a threat, allow us to introduce ourselves. We are the veterans of interstellar deployment, but you may call us Void. As members of Void, we represent a higher obligation to watch over and protect the settled systems. The Terran Armada poses a grave threat to us all. You've witnessed it firsthand. Such a threat falls under our obligations.
Now that we've covered everything but our personal hobbies and whether or not we dot our I's with hearts, can we please figure out a plan to put these machines down?
As I tried to explain earlier, Mr. Warren, it may be rather difficult to formulate such a plan without further knowledge on the specifics of who we're facing. Specifics our new friend here may have insight on.
Tell us, what happened on the opulence of the stars?
Terran Armada attacked Opulence of Stars. Left no survivors. Objective: kidnapped Dr. Roxanne Burrow. Purpose of kidnapping: unclear. Assessment: clean execution. Compiling list of potential improvements.
To attack a cruise ship for a mere roboticist. Whatever plan they have, she's important to it.
Agreed. And if she's an asset to them, we need to retrieve her.
It's been a while since we've been in agreement. Which brings us back to our new partner here.
Isn't it obvious? You've dealt with the Terrans up close and personal. If we're to get this roboticist back, we're going to need another head out in the field.
Before we speak of this any further, if you are to be our partner in this mission, we must be honest with you regarding the Terran's origins. I have no doubt you know of the Colony War. During that time, there was a large battle between a Free Star and United Colony fleet at the edge of the settled systems. However, instead of following through with the battle, the commanders of the respective fleets met with one another. Last we knew, both fleets vanished side by side. As far as the public knows, the two sides destroyed one another. But as we've since discovered, they banded together to form what we now know as the Terran Armada. We don't know why they left the battle, or why they have now returned. All we know is the threat they currently pose. That is how war works, no? It's never so simple.
Whether you still want to do this or not, you know of us and the Terrans. There's no going back now. Besides, this plan of sending our new hire out to find our missing roboticist would be all fine and dandy if we knew where they even took her.
Running beacon tracker. Error. Location not found. Running search subroutine.
What is it on about?
Beacon identified. Error. Coordinates not found. Require more data to location. Production facility.
A production facility?
If that's where they're building robots, no doubt that is where our roboticist is.
Delta, was it? Would you be able to locate this facility?
Correct. Able to locate using shipping patterns. However, must interface with more Terran systems. Sloppy record keeping. Recommending disciplinary actions.
Is this making any sense to you?
Noted. Increase auxiliary human intelligence variable. Searching subroutine requires more Terran system data.
Sounds like Delta may be able to find the location to this production facility if it can collect more Terran data like it did last time.
Which means repeating how it happened in the first place.
You think that's possible?
Incorrect. Very easy.
If we're all in agreement, then you have your first mission from us. Go with Delta to retrieve additional data from the Terrans.
And destroy any of their ships while you're at it.
Once you have the necessary data, have Delta pinpoint the production facility, gather the roboticist, and return her to us.
Good luck out there. Hopefully, you won't need it.
Looking for work, I need someone to do a job for me. Preferably someone that isn't burdened by morality. Don't be obtuse. You know, I need someone that... We're done talking.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
to jump to safe harbor immediately. No, but if you proceed, no one will be coming to rescue you. So do us all a favor and jump back to safe harbor. Now. Tolomon 2 is a biological exclusion. Best course of action is to leave. Critical mission. Oh, you're with the collection team, aren't you? Fine. We'll send word you're on your way down. You're cleared to land.
We're go for touchdown.
Should be plenty of organic
Recommending
materials to harvest
immediate
from this one.
organic material harvesting.
Captain Death, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Inside the barriers, double time! You with the seat, Commander's expecting you. I wouldn't keep her waiting.
I pride myself on knowing everyone on this world, and I don't know you. You're with the collection team then, I presume. Either that, or you're one deeply unlucky trespasser. Vanguard, eh? Brief said you were an eclectic group. You must have really shined out on the fringe to get assigned a task like this. Ah, then this must be the rest of your outfit. Commander Hatum. I've no need for introductions, Major Simon. Dr. Walker, your reputations precede you. As does the urgency of your mission, so I'll get to it. Now, Londinium is one of the most dangerous places in the Milky Way. It's with good reason my soldiers and I do everything we can to avoid entering the city. Terramorphs are omnipresent, and the structural damage left behind when Major Sinon's father bombed its spaceport has turned large swathes of the metropolis into a decaying labyrinth. As such, we'll be providing you all with gear, information, and uploading municipal unlock codes to your robot. Every tool you could need to succeed out there. Except one. Once you're on the other side of those barriers, you will be on your own. If you get into trouble, my people will not be coming. Do we understand each other? I was told this was a pressing mission. Was I misinformed? Is something wrong? Nervous? Understandable. Precisely. I'll leave you to your preparations then. You can find your equipment in our armory, base of the tower just outside. And I do believe there's someone waiting for you there, Captain. Now, once you're outside the base, it's my personal suggestion you make a beeline to the nearby Aceles plant. It contains one of our field caches. Though I can't guarantee it won't contain anything else. I hope you all find what you're looking for out there. Robot, you're coming with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Commander. Percival, you all set to hook into their comms tower?
Should only take a few minutes. Let's get this done and get the hell out of here.
Percival will be scanning the city for our samples from here. When he finds one, he'll transmit the coordinates to us out in the field.
Pinpoints?
The equipment will be able... All right. Head over to the armory and gear up. Once you're done, we'll meet by the entrance to the city.
Reminder,
Is it really
run
necessary
comparative
to drag around
analysis
all that
of
gear?
Delta units and auxiliaries. Strength level.
Excuse me.
Word of advice while you're out there. Don't trust what the voices tell you. Can't chat right now.
Hey. You match our description. The Vanguard captain? The cabinet wanted you to have something. Make sure you had the best tools for the task at hand. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Heard you're going out there willingly. Damn.
Transfers complete. Those codes will allow you to temporarily restore power to most facilities in the city. Systems should shut themselves back down automatically.
Duly noted, Commander. I am prepared to move out on your orders.
All set on your gear? Are you ready to do this? Yeah, just pre-mission jitters. You hear about a place for so long, it maybe gets bigger in your head than it should be. But you don't need to worry about me. I'll be all right. Now, are we doing this or not? Then let's get this show on the road. Kaiser? Percival, everything green on your ends?
I am ready.
Personal comm should be routed through Kaiser now. You copy that?
Roger, loud and...
You're a riot robot.
Kaiser, kick it off.
Unlock code transmitted. You may open the gate when ready.
All right. On our way into the city. Percival, where are we heading?
Running the first sweep. Got one. A Sealy's. Not far. Old shipping yard just past the processing plant. Gene samples are probably in one of the containers.
Shit. These things, they're all dominated. Clean them out and keep an eye out for the morph controlling them.
I'm glad you're handling the messy work. You've got nothing.
Looks like the last of them. No sign of the morph, though.
Your shipping yard's just beyond the processing plant. Cache with some goodies is towards the rear of the facility.
Close enough for you to dial in the location of those samples from here?
Yes, they're faint, but I'm detecting multiple valid signatures. I have restored power to the containers.
Jackpot. Get down there and collect as many as you can.
Combat
Carrying enough
efficacy
clutter there,
lowered.
or should we find...
Dispose of carry weight to increase effectiveness.
take these out.
I think it's
samples over to Kaiser, and we can move on to finding the others.
Samples secure.
Nice work. Now, earlier scan picked up a valid Terramorph sample, but, well, it's in the spaceport. And the quick route there looks like it got blasted when the port did.
There are steam tunnels under the city, which will allow us to access the spaceport.
What do you... That's right. Kaiser, how did you know that?
Not sure.
Percival, you see any better option?
Not from where I'm standing.
Then we've we've got our answer.
Access unlocked. We may proceed.
Kaiser, this flora, this is Lazarus plant, isn't it?
Confirmed.
You know, no one even realized it was a living thing until someone got it under a microscope and saw it had cells. Can't be cultivated anywhere but Londinian. A real marvel. Leeches. What's keeping you things warm?
I
think you need to get rid of some of that gear.
Auxiliaries reaction.
What's that? My God. Look at it. A Lazarus in bloom. You know, we might be some of the only. What's happening? Captain, have you seen this? Oh my God. The heat leeches are terramorphs.
What? No. It can't be true. Heat leeches are everywhere. They live everywhere. That means terramorphs. Oh my God.
You just saw that, right? You would tell me if I was losing my mind. That heat leech became a terramorph. The pests that have snuck onto every planet are baby terramorphs. Heat leeches hide out in ships, sneak away after landing, and then, with time, they transform. We just found out how terramorphs move between planets. Pretty major is right. But if what we just saw, if that's possible, the Lazarus plant, it's clearly an accelerant for the terramorph, a heat leech transformation process. Make one into the other in an instant. But that means if anyone knew about this, they could trigger a terramorph spawning. You could sneak a leech into a city, or even multiple leeches, into a place like New Atlantis. Good God. The attack on New Atlantis, does this... Could someone have set that up? But first, you'd have to know the truth about all this.
Well, we're never gonna It's that thing. Get after it.
We may proceed.
Go!
Kaiser's got the cell data from the New Atlantis and Tau Ceti attacks, right?
Uploaded them myself.
Captain, let Kaiser take a look at that sample. All right, let's get to the bottom of this.
Beginning analysis. It is a match. This suggests with high certainty that the Lazarus plant was used to trigger the attacks on both planets.
There's no way a plant this rare, this fragile, just shows up here, New Atlantis, and Tau Ceti. The transformations on those worlds, they must have been triggered by human hands. Captain, do you understand what it is we just stumbled on here? Exactly. Someone saw the Lazarus plant and realized the ends it could be put to.
A bioweapon no one would recognize as one. Oh, that's a terrifying prospect.
Sort of thing that'll keep you up at night. And the sort of thing whoever did this probably didn't expect us to uncover. Makes some sense, actually. Tau Ceti was likely their first test. Someplace remote where no one would question a few settlers going missing. Ensure the big show, the attack on New Atlantis, would be a success. And the timing of that one, it couldn't have been just luck that it happened right when we were asking the cabinet to do something about the Terramorphs. These attacks, I think someone planned them to set all this in motion. They certainly were. But who could pull something like this off?
Let's save the discussion for when you all aren't standing in the universe's closest equivalent to hell frozen over. If we're gonna do anything to prevent more Terramorph attacks, human cause or otherwise, we need that final sample.
Roger that. Kaiser, get us into the spaceport?
The entrance is this way. I am unable to provide sufficient power to the lock mechanism.
Anyone got ideas where we could get some extra juice?
Local power looks like it was controlled in the security office. Upper floor.
Captain and I can scout it out. Kaiser, see if you can't find another way to get it open.
Roger that. I have restored power to the office entrance. You may proceed.
There's the control panel. Still looks operable. Of all the things to survive.
Flyback initiated.
Admiral Senna, we need to make the evacuation request.
That's my father he's addressing. He was here? Didn't think he'd have the guts to look those soldiers in the eye before blowing this place to pieces.
Admiral!
It just transformed. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe. Colonel, the troops that closed off the sewers after my evaluation, they're all in this facility.
Other than our casualties, yes, sir.
Good. Get them into defensive positions around the spaceport. No one leaves. I'll send ships as soon as possible.
Thank God. None of us wanted to go down swarmed by those things.
That won't be your fate, Colonel. You have my word.
Transcription complete. Physical copy available.
An invisible weapon. He knew. He knew about the Lazarus plant. Grab that recording. We should talk.
Noted.
Okay, that's it.
Auxiliaries posture degrades with increased carry weight.
He destroyed this place. Killed these people to... You heard that recording. He saw the potential of the plant as a weapon and hid it away. He killed those people. Condemned this city to keep them from sharing what they...
Wrong. I was a commander. I've been in tough situations, and nothing would ever make me feel that it's justified to sacrifice lives for the sake of keeping a secret.
He decided to sentence his own soldiers to death. What kind of commander is that? But I guess that's just another part of his sick legacy now. He thought he was protecting us all, taking the secret, only he didn't succeed. Now someone else knows about the Lazarus plant and is using it exactly how he feared. Now's not the time to joke like that, all right? No. That's insane. He died. They executed him. They faked his death? My entire unit, they threw us all to the wolves, but kept him? And now he's what, an advisor? Commanding the fleet in secret? What was so important that they had to keep him alive? I'm sure they did. They invested so much in him over the years. Even grew him an entire family he didn't want.
He's alive. Ve Victus is still alive. This is just typical of UC bureaucracy. A cover-up of this magnitude could directly lead to war. What the hell is the matter with them?
I guess it makes sense, though, doesn't it? The UC of that era only created me because they were afraid of a world without Ve Victus in command. Why would they get rid of him? As long as I live, I'll never understand the loyalty that old bastard elicited. But wait, if my father's alive and knew about the Lazarus plant, what do you think the chances are he was involved in the attacks? And even if he wasn't directly involved, I guarantee he knows something.
So you're telling us that the attack on New Atlantis was Ve Victus's responsibility, just like the loss of Londinium? That's insane.
But I guess we're not getting any more answers right now. Come on, let's go get that last sample. Kaiser, try now.
Eyes peeled. Time to get the hell out of here. Percival, you should unplug and find somewhere we can talk. Privately.
On it. See you soon.
We need to get Percival up to speed on all of this.